Hello everyone, it is Sunday, the 30th of December 2012, and this is your video weather briefing. A quiet day after a couple of interesting days weather-wise. We are expecting generally clear skies, some overcast in some areas this morning. There's been some snow over Lake Michigan, and that has affected parts of northwest Indiana and is affecting portions of the western part of Michigan as well. It's always possible during cold outbreaks like this where the wind is typically from the north aloft and the northwest at the surface, the band or very isolated snow shower on this side of the lake. And if that occurs, of course, we'll keep an eye on that, but it is not in the forecast for today. However, when the sun warms the air around the lake, there's always the possibility for a little bit of elevated convective development, which comes out in the form of isolated snow showers. But our official forecast calls for no snow today, no snow tonight. And let's go ahead and look at this model. This is the Euro model, and I'm going to keep focused on this through the entire video because I think this will give us a good idea of what to expect between now and roughly the middle part of the month, which you'll see there are quite a number of events that we're expecting. I'm going to go ahead and put these maps into motion, and as you can see, the model does depict that snow over the lake, the 540 millibar thickness line, is well to our south, although it's edging up to, as you can see, across western Missouri into southeastern Missouri. That's an indication of some warmer air trying to advance its way up to the north and east. But again, it looks like all the snow is on the other side of the lake today. It's very close to parts of the eastern section of Wisconsin, and again, there's always that slight chance for an isolated snow shower that comes right off the lake, but there really is not a wind component to make that favorable today or tonight. Let's go ahead and move the frame forward. This is as of 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. The lake clears up a bit, still some scattered snow showers on the eastern side of Lake Michigan over southwest lower Michigan. The 540 line advances toward the Illinois area. It's actually right on the Missouri-Illinois border. And then as we move to around noontime, we see that 540 thickness line indicative of temperatures right around 32 degrees. It's kind of our freezing line, advancing further north. No precipitation in sight so far. And then we move through the day, again through the day today, with warmer weather continuing to move toward the area. This is as of this evening. All of this is today's weather. The 540 line moves over us, so we should see temperatures today warm up and melt most of the snow that fell even on grassy areas by the end of the day. The 540 line doesn't move much further before we see another dip in the jet stream. We move into the morning hours of New Year's Eve, and on New Year's Eve we're expecting to see that 540 line start to dip south, and some precipitation, very light at this point, expected over portions of Illinois. The area that's most likely to be affected will be from just south of Chicago to Joliet and further south. We may see a light dusting to maybe a quarter-inch of snow across Chicago with this next system. However, it is a relatively strong system, or a developing strong system to our south, so we're going to have to keep a close eye on it. It does around to the northeast for a while, and again we're going to have to watch for the possibility of some lake effect snow as we move into New Year's Day, late in the day or at night, and then especially into January. Well, late in the day on New Year's Day into early morning on January 2nd. And we'll continue to watch if you look up to the top, you can see the date change. This is 00Z, or around 8 p.m. the 1st. it's the first hour of the second. So we move to the 06Z map, or again around midnight on January 2nd, and we basically very cold temperatures but no precipitation. I'm going to go ahead and move forward. If you look at the snowfall entering in from the northwest, there is an Alberta clipper that is appears to be in full swing. Lacks moisture. If you notice, there is very little snow around the low pressure system that sits right over southeastern South Dakota, and there's just not enough moisture to make this a big event. So as we move into the day 3rd of January, it does appear as though we will have drier weather. And as that storm dips to the south, it does try to pick up some moisture, but we're already at 8 a.m. on the 4th of January, and it is still dry. Moves to our north, and Illinois stays basically dry as we move into the 6th of January. So we have a respite in terms of any significant weather. We're going to go ahead and look at, though, at the 7th and 8th of January. There's a storm developing across southwest United States, actually over Oklahoma. Already by the morning hours of the 7th of January, we are seeing snow moving into much of Missouri. That will advance quickly eastward. We also think there will be more of an advance northward than is showing up on the model, and so we have snow in our forecast for late on the 7th into the 8th. That should move quickly by. Again, there is a northeast wind component by, so we will have to watch lake effect snow as a possibility as we move through the 8th. And then we move on further past that to the 9th of January. Temperatures are beginning to warm up. In fact, there is a warm pass through around January 9th, and that could cause, it would be the evening of the 8th or the morning of the 9th. It could cause a little bit of, and then we move the maps just a little bit further. That's about as far as they go on this particular model, but this storm system here and another storm system off to the southwest, which will be advancing our way, appears to be likely to a significant snow event. In fact, we're already going out with an early forecast for 6 inches or more on January 12th and 13th. It looks like a very potent storm that is developing. It's coming off the Southern California coast by around a week from now, around the 8th or so of January, and it should be should turn into a full-size snowstorm as it moves from the southwestern part of Texas into southeastern Missouri on the 11th of January, and then it will cross into southern Michigan by the 12th. That is appearing right now to be producing an enormous amount of snowfall across parts of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Ohio. Where the heaviest snow is, it's way too early to call, but somebody's going to get clobbered with half an inch of snow, or half a foot of snow, and maybe quite a lot more. So again, keep your eyes peeled for the first major event on the 11th or 12th into the 13th possibly of January. That is the latest. We will keep you posted on tomorrow's very light snow event. If anything occurs at all in terms of lake effect, it will be on the isolated side tomorrow. Again, the most we'll see tomorrow is a dusting of snow, and of course we'll let you know about that in our storm alert box. So please keep your eyes tuned to the storm alert box. That's where we issue our very latest updates. And in the next day or so, we're going to be issuing or putting up on the weather screens a brand new feature, which will be our Twitter alert, way to show you the very latest in terms of radar, and also we will be able to attach any sort of graphic that we want to get across to you, or any sort of quick message that is necessary. Thank you for viewing. I'm meteorologist John Travers.